Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Ghost Trick. Last we left off, we saved the weird pigeon man, and now we've actually got to save Inspector Cabanela. A few quick things to note. If you hear any weird, like, noises in the background, I've got an appliance, I just bought it recently, it's running in the background right now. And if you hear any weird beeps, possibly, it made a beep earlier, but it didn't seem like it seemed like it was supposed to make a beep. So if you do in fact hear a beep, do not be alarmed. It is probably a normal beep. Alright, so we've got to save Inspector Cabanela. Square things, I bet that's gonna work at some point, this knit hat. I bet that's gonna work. Can't really do much until he knocks that on the floor anyway, so I guess we'll wait a second. Alright, so that gets us access to the kettle. I'm still trying to figure out, the one big thing that definitely happens is that he gets shot and flies backwards. I feel like that's going to be the key to actually saving Inspector Cabanela. I'm not sure how yet. But it definitely seems about right. Oh, did you see that? That bad Cecil turned around. Do you have to call him that? But yeah, maybe this is our chance to try some ghost tricks. This is the only time he takes his eyes off me too. If you have something to do, do it now. Time to take the first steps towards saving the inspector. Alright, well, what can we do? Let's figure out. We could swivel the desk lamp. I'm 100% sure that's going to do for us. Oh, we can't go up here anymore, can we? Could let off some steam. Not exactly helpful. Could blind him. That wasn't suspicious. We could rock the helmet, though I think we might be a bit late for that. What is examining the book do again? There's books up here. I ain't telling how the pigeon fetches the books. So many mysteries surrounding this old man. But never mind those. That's the kind of guy you are. I have a feeling we're gonna have to somehow get the hard hat to block the bullet, maybe. I've got nothing to say to you. You'd never listen anyway. Okay, never mind. We can't actually do anything when that happens. Oh, that's a little spooky. Yikes, I'm a little scared right now. Why didn't he die? Because he's already dead. He died 10 years ago. I knew full well he wouldn't die if I shot him. Then why did you go to the trouble of shooting him at all? Time's almost up. That's enough chit-chat. No, time appears to be stopped. But now the situation has changed slightly. These last split seconds are our chance. Well, for one thing, he's standing in front of the hat. Oh, that wasn't good. What's going on? I've never seen the ghost world like this. He sensed my presence. Yeah, that appears to be it for us. Yeah, so the only things that he can reach over there that are all the same shape are the two hats. Though I imagine the book and the picture could be changed, though I don't know how useful that would end up being. We can't reach that yet anyway. So, I'm not 100% sure how yet. Maybe we need to knock the hat on the floor before he's around. Let's look into that, maybe. What's the significance of the chair going back? I know that when he comes back, he stands in front of the hat. There's got to be some significance to that, I'm sure of it. Let's try knocking the hat on the floor, see if he notices the sound. What was that? I don't know. That was the sound of progress, son. Okay, so we've got the helmet here. Can't do much with it. But... is there a way to get Cecil on that? I don't think so. I think it's just a little bit too far for him. Yeah, just a bit too far. Not really a way we can get over there. We obviously need to switch the knit hat with the other hat, but I don't know how. Because we don't get an opportunity to do any switching when he actually gets shot. Does he say anything new because of that? Oh no. The same thing. Could we possibly knock him over with the lamp? No. That was suspicious after all. Apparently if you wait too long to go up there... Oops! Looks like my little pigeon friend ran out of steam. Or maybe that was her way of throwing in the towel? Anyway, I won't get anything done from down here. It's all sort of ended before it began this time, didn't it? Maybe I better start over. Hey, don't go working my lovey-dove too hard. Seriously, his pigeon's name is Lovey-Dove? So yeah, just screwed up like right away. So one key thing I missed was that when he steps forward, like here, he turns around here, so we've got to get up to the hat. And make it fall down. And there was one key thing I missed. Was that whenever he gets shot here in a second, you know, his standing position when he comes back is kind of important. But also the position of this little set of stairs is also incredibly important here. It's about to end, but we can in fact move over here with the ladder. I didn't catch that. So, let's jiggle the hat. Conveniently lands right on that. Do we want to examine these? I don't know. Either way, we can now move the stepladder back. And then I think we need to get out of the way now. Now this is where I don't know exactly what to do, but this is just something I was able to pick up pretty easily. Actually, do we need to move the stepladder back? I don't know. I know what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to bring back our doggy friend with us. Come on, Missile, hop in. You can go in the hat. Oop. We're kind of at like a last-minute time crunch here. Okay, so... oh no, the hat and the helmet are different shapes currently. I didn't think about that. But those two aren't. Well, would you look at that, right on the hook. I love knit hats, so warm and most of all so soft. Hey, now that I'm looking at it, that hat is the same shape as the helmet you just knocked down. Ah, I thought so. Well, hopefully we can get this done in time. No, I don't want to talk to you. Oh, wait, no, wrong person. No, there's so much crap. No, the hat. This is kind of difficult. Why won't it let me do the thing? The hat and the knit hat. I'm connecting them. Do I have to jiggle the knit hat? But see, now it's flat again. I don't get that. Oh boy. Well, this is just a load of fun, isn't it? Let's see if the game gets us any last minute hints here, and if not, then I'm gonna have to look this one up. There's another condition of my deal. He's going to shoot, it's too late! It's no use. Even with my powers, there's nothing I can do. I don't see anything to swap the bullet with. We're gonna swap the bullet? I guess you didn't make it in time. I'm so sorry, Inspector. I guess I'll have to try again. Again? I'm gonna get shot again? Looks like it. Any last minute words of possible making me figure it out? If I want to save the Inspector in white without that guy noticing, then I have to do something about that bullet after it's fired. I can swap it with something, you know? Then I guess I better look for something with the same shape. Bullet-shaped? Is that what I was supposed to look for? So, from what I can tell, I pretty much did it almost exactly right. I'm supposed to get to this exact same point, and then I'm supposed to switch the bullet with the knit cap. Oh, this is the bullet. I didn't see that. Would you look at that? The bullet is hanging in midair between the gun and the Inspector's forehead. Now's our chance. I'm hearing the bullet right now. Let's swap this little thing with something else. What? It's our only hope. There's gotta be something here the same shape and direction as the bullet. I never saw a bullet before. It is such a cute little shape, doesn't it? I can check out the bullet shape on the top screen. Okay, got it. Now I know what it's shaped like. So, I guess switching it with a hard hat probably isn't the best idea. Hurry now! Swap that hanging bullet with something else. Yeah, I know, I gotcha. There's gotta be something. What happens if I switched it with the hard hat? I didn't even think about that. Oh, I don't have time to screw around today. Maybe I'll look it up and see if there's anything interesting. It's a good thing I shot him with that hat. I'm imagining if you used the hard hat, it would have just like blown his brains out because he got just slapped to the hard hat moving at the speed of a bullet. I don't think he noticed. Looks like you pulled off another magic disappearing act. And now I say again, I love knit hats. So warm and most of all, soft. Did I do all right? You did a fine job, little one. You saved another life. And I'll keep doing it too. Over and over. Fate indeed averted. What I saw in just these 4 minutes gave me all the answers I've been looking for. All our research these past 10 years pales in comparison, right, Professor? So you two were working together? That's about the size of it, yeah. Who would believe a story about a manipulator? So we pursued it ourselves, just the two of us. I'm quite a crazy character myself, after all. Okay, let's hurry back. Back to our time. We have to rescue Miss Camilla. You're right, Missile. You don't even know what kidnapping is, and there's a certain guy I have to follow, too. Probably fake Cecil. Look at his leg just sticking in the air like that. I mean, I'm sure he's still hurt, but he's not dead, and that's a difference. After completing his revenge on Inspector Cabanela, the man in red left. And now a new story is about to unfold in a new present. Get up, I know you're not dead. How are you feeling, you old crazy character? Hey there, Prof. We're both alive, I see. Yeah, nothing like it, baby. But I don't know if I'm getting old or what, but I got a few aches and pains here and there. Used to be, a little thing like an explosion wouldn't bother me. Yeah, right, like I'm gonna believe that. So what, the guy in red is gone, eh? Just in case, I posted special investigation units all around the building. Let's just pray the boys came through for us. Yeah, I think you have some broken bones. You picked a bad time not to listen to me, body of mine. Well, okay, let's see what we have to think first. Well, it looks like both of their debts were erased. Unfortunately, in the case of the Inspector in white, I can't call it a complete success. But in any case, these two have information I need to start tracking the manipulator. I better talk to them. Alright, let's do just that. If I knew things were going to end up like this, I would have tried to die in that explosion, baby. That way, I could have been dancing after Big Red by now. I might be able to erase deaths, but it's true I can't do much about injuries. But really, you shouldn't talk that way. Yeah, sorry, I suppose you're right. I just hate feeling so helpless. He was right there within my grasp. All our planes were resting on this tonight, and then this had to happen. I guess he's thinking about a spotless record. It's not too late, Inspector. We still have a chance. Maybe I can catch him. Say, you're right. That's not a bad idea. I'll cooperate with you fully. Go ahead and fire away with any questions you like, Mr. Ghost. I actually do want to know a bit about Inspector Cabanela. He's a strange character. Let's learn about revenge. That guy mentioned revenge. Revenge against the people who stole his life away 10 years ago. He's a fool. He's the one who made that decision to take that little girl hostage, and he wound up dead. He only has himself to blame. But what about when he said this? I was murdered by all of you! Detective Jowd, who forced me into a corner. We already talked about how he's blaming others for his own problems. And finally, you, Inspector Cabanela. If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid and made impromptu rhymes. What you did, Inspector Cabanela. What you did. Yes, 10 years ago on that day, the Special Investigations Unit was working on a certain big case. We hauled in a young man, an important witness to our investigation. And then I did it. I made two very stupid mistakes. Everyone's about making mistakes here, isn't it? Detective, I'm telling you, I don't know anything about it. Fine, fine. You're under no obligation to talk, of course. But if you don't, the Special Investigations Unit can make the rest of your life not fun. But I just been assigned to the Special Investigations Unit, you see. They didn't share much info on big cases with a newbie like me yet, and I wanted to impress them. It was only supposed to be a simple matter of taking a statement. But I was too green. Everyone seems to be green here. I pushed him too hard. I drove him into a corner and made him lose all hope. That was my first mistake. And then, I made another mistake on top of that. Don't hold out on me. Cabanela, got a minute? The chief wants to see you about your report. Got it. I'll be right there. You stay right here and be a good boy now. Prances off. And that's when I did it. I left it behind in the interrogation room. My gun. What? Oh my gosh. That's not just a case of, like, stupidity, like, whoops, I accidentally left the oven on at home. Silly me. That's like a, oh yeah, that's a ginormous breach in security. In fact, normally in those type of situations, like in those interrogations, don't they normally not bring in weapons? Like, they might have people outside the room with weapons, but Normally the people in the room don't have weapons. Isn't that how they normally work? Or maybe that's just how some countries work. I don't know. They probably don't do that in all countries, I would imagine. How could you? He used my gun to escape. What he said is true. If I hadn't made that mistake, he never would have had to... So dumb. If you hadn't given me a gun, I wouldn't have pointed it at her because otherwise I wouldn't have had the opportunity to do so. Yes, you are right in a very simplistic manner. You are somewhat right. Though you sound like you're blaming all of your problems on everybody else. We first found out about the manipulator's existence during certain overseas communication. Overseas communication? For national security purposes, this country keeps tabs on the communication networks. This particular communication was about making a deal with a certain foreign country. He said he wanted them to buy him and his powers. That's how we first heard about him. Of course, we didn't know what he looked like at the time. And in order to prove these powers of his, he gave them two predictions. He foresaw two completely preposterous, impossible cases. The case of a man who would sing national secrets during a live rock concert. And the case of a man who would take the chief commissioner hostage in his own office. I see. He orchestrated both of these. That makes sense. Interesting indeed. You know, I think the most interesting thing I've found so far is the fact that this character, while he does seem to be able to see our character in the ghost world, he doesn't seem to notice right away. Like, we notice him, but he doesn't notice us until we do something, and then he notices us. And to second that, he also doesn't seem to notice things that are outside of his vision. It's almost like he doesn't go to the ghost world unless he has to, kind of thing. Because when you're not in the ghost world, you can't see ghosts. That actually kind of makes sense, doesn't it? There's two inmates at the special prison, eh? We kept tabs on their communications and launched an investigation. And then finally, we pinpointed where they were going to meet tonight and staked it out. That restaurant. The chicken kitchen. The manipulator plans on leaving this country tonight. On a submarine that belongs to... see, it's all coming together now, isn't it? Submarine that belongs to the other country in this deal. This is a submarine? But we haven't been able to find out where it's going to surface. It's terrifying to think what would happen if his powers were to fall into their hands. Right. Highly unlikely they'll use them for peaceful purposes. And now that they have that little girl as a hostage, Camilla, we have to stop him before he leaves the country. Yeah, I suppose that getting out would be a bad thing. Though why it just happened to now surface is what's interesting to me. The spotless record of yours. Is it really that important to you? Of course, baby. In some ways, it's more important to me than my life. Than your life, eh? After all, it's because of my record that I'm able to get my hands on all intel as head of the Special Investigations Unit. And because of my position, I get to direct all aspects of the investigation into the manipulator case. The manipulator case? That's why you cared about your record so much? Of course. Why else, baby? I just never could believe it, man. Zhao shooting Alma. I didn't care that he confessed. There was definitely something more to the story. Some secret. I did everything I could to climb the ladder. Everything in my power. And then I finally found the answer. It took 5 long years, though. The manipulator. He's going to prove that Zhao is innocent. What incredible determination. So, why? Confused by that. It's one thing I just don't understand. If you were so determined to help Detective Jowd, why didn't you help him escape from prison? That's an easy one, baby. Escaping from prison is a crime. I wasn't about to help him commit a crime after spending 5 years trying to prove him innocent. And he himself asked to be executed, you know. As a man of the law, I had to make sure the execution was stopped legally. And that's why I brought him before the Justice Minister, too. I needed to buy as much time as I possibly could, baby. So that's it, eh? I kinda suspected that. Somewhat. I mean, not to all this extent, obviously, but I suspected that he was trying to help him in some way. But there's just one little unfortunate result of all this. Lynn completely misunderstood your intentions. Huh, what's a little misunderstanding? My baby will come around, give it time. But there are more important things to do with our time tonight. And I guess the rest is gonna be on our pigeon friend, old man pigeon guy friend. Yeah, we'll look into that more next time. I think this is it for today. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more Ghost Trick, where I have a feeling we're wrapping up. We're getting close to morning, so I figured the entire game was gonna take place during the night, so we're getting close to daytime, and we've got to wrap this up pretty quick if we don't want to die, or cease to exist, or what have you. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!